In the Pacific Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Washington Huskies and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
I caught up with the Washington head coach before the game. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays, so they are expecting to be able to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to run it. It's Clark. Turning it on. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Huskies headed quickly to the line.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with it.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Here's the give off the left side. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the wideout. Swats it away.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down immediately.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple of weeks.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Smith wants to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Cuts it upfield. It's Lawson. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think of fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. Off play action on 1st down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, pressure's coming. Unleashes one. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback signaling to his guy. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Ducks will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Huskies. Stealing a score on special teams. On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Handoff from the gun. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
From the gun. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down.
Here we go, ready? White 29, white 29.
They'll send the back in motion. Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Bear. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Second down to the air. They're all over him. And they got him.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And the timing just a hair off. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. A run for the quarterback. Tackled at the 16-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and we'll see if they go for it here.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Clark. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Lawson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
And the Huskies, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Here comes the heat. Turns it on in midfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
Really nice job and poise by the quarterback there, right? Because it's third down. You just got sacked the play prior, but you do a nice job in the pocket. You get through your progression. It's not open. You take off and run. Pick up the first down. Fresh set of downs there. Really good job by the QB showing off his poise.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Lawson. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first. Turns up, it's Lawson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet throw-and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Motion from the wideout. Fresh set of downs going up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. An 84-yard drive there, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Left side is fair. 7-yard pickup on that one. It's now 2nd and 3. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Second down, gonna throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He wants to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
This quarterback is getting frustrated, and you can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it, and he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half, but the defense loves this because right now, this quarterback is playing right into their hands.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Gets the back moving. Smith dropping to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Drops back on first down. They're working that left side.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Rush is on. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's lead things off with a look in on Colorado State taking on the number 13 team, the Boise State Broncos. And it's the Rams with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Smith wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Robinson. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
These kind of QBs put a lot of pressure on defense. You think about it. It's so easy to roll him out to the left, a little bootleg action. Does he run it? Does he throw it? I got to cover the pass. I can't just give up the deep ball. And then he chews up a bunch of yards really quickly. So hard on defenses.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Hits the hole. It's Lawson. He'll be dropped.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking to move the chains. Washington now on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Complete, and looking for enough for the first down. Made the catch, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and he stopped right at the line, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
From the gun, running back on the move. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Find space on the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Such a nice job at pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fellow a little while to get to that area of the field, so you've got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Making the adjustment on the play. Smith dropping to pass. Slings it downfield. Hauls it in.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Hand it to the back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Breaks into the open. The 50. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. On the run, it's Carr. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lawson. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gonna run it. It's Conway. Touchdown, Huskies. And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Changing the routes with his receivers. Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Second and long here. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They just keep firing. Rush right in his face. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Huskies. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Smith dropping to pass. Gonna take a shot. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
Well, talking to the...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Making the adjustment. Motion from the back. Got to make the play on 4th. He's not afraid to go deep. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it and drive on 3rd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He makes a catch. What a cut. Now he's loose. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Lawson. Makes the grab, down immediately, he picks up a few.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Coming out with it, it's Dodson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The run to the left. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Look out! And the ball's free in the backfield. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Smith wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Now have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. On the ground, it's Clark. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39. It'll be 4th down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
He's brought down. Not a lot of room to take that one back. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Hard running there. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. He'll take it himself. And he's brought down after a short gain. The Ducks want to move quickly. Smith dropping to pass. Under pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Wide receiver going in motion. Needs it here on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. It is steeped in animosity and laced in bitterness, and in this one, it is crowned with victory for Washington as the Huskies take down the Ducks. That's going to do